Hello and welcome to this last module in this course on how to become excellent HR generalist. This module is on HR policies and programs formulation. So in this module, what we're going to do is to give you some in-depth understanding of how to help formulate HR policies and programs and become excellent HR generalist and build a great career in HR. And as we might have mentioned earlier, you do not have, as an HR generalist, you do not have the complete responsibility of formulating HR policies and programs. That will lie with your HR head, but your role would be to help your HR head formulate such policies and programs that can help you become an excellent HR generalist. In this lecture particularly, we will talk about what do we mean by these HR policies? What are these HR policies? And then we will go ahead and talk about how can you formulate them. And in subsequent lectures, we will talk about the programs and how can you formulate HR programs. So what do you mean? What is your understanding of what do we mean by HR policies and programs? What are HR policies and programs that we are talking about? See, the HR policies is the establishment of policy that helps with organization demonstrate that it meets the various good HR practices requirement like diversity, ethics, training, development, right compensation, etc., etc. So why do we have HR policies? To want to be clear with the employees, to clarify where does the organization stand, the nature of the organization, what they can expect from the company, specifically from the policies. It lays out very clearly as an employee what is it that they can expect. At the same time, what does the company expect from them? How policies and procedures work at the company. If they want something in that area, what is it that they have to do? And what are the acceptable and unacceptable behaviors? Because the policies are laid down to shape the behaviors of the employee in variety of areas. So what are the acceptable and unacceptable behaviors that are there in particular policy area? So what are the areas of policy? So there is HR policies areas are expressed in overall statement of the value of the organization. So there could be an overall HR policy as you see here. And the main points include the overall policy and the benefit specific policies we will talk about later on. The overall policy defines how the organization fulfill its social responsibility to its employees and sets out its attitude towards them. What will it do? How will it? What will it like? What will it not like? It explains its own liking, dislikes, preferences of the behaviors. It is an expression of its values and beliefs about how people should be treated. So that's what an overall policy is about. Then there are specific policies, and then you see a large array of policies that can be laid out, and we will explain this as we go along. We could have policies on various subjects like equal opportunity, managing diversity, age and employment, promotion, work-life balance, employee development, reward, involvement and participation, employee relation, new technology. What is the policy regarding the use and adoption of new technology? The health and safety policy, discipline, policy on discipline, how the company expects to maintain discipline, grievances, how can you raise grievances, redundancy in case there are jobs redundancy, how will it be treated, sexual harassment, how will the company treat sexual harassment, bullying, substance abuse, smoking, AIDS, and email. So these are variety of policies that are on various aspects of the work of the employee. So having looked at what is meant by the policy, gained some common understanding in the areas of policy, what do we do next? In the next, we will look at how to formulate these HR policies, the policies that will lay out clear expectations to the employees. It will explain what is acceptable behavior, what is not acceptable behavior. At the same time, it will lay out how it will behave under certain circumstances. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on HR policies and programs formulation in this course on how to become an excellent HR generalist. I hope you're beginning to learn again something new, or beginning to enjoy. and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture.